I was at the public library checking out some online porn, and out of nowhere the old Coca-Cola jingle starts going through my head. I'd like to teach the world to sing. Halfway through the song, I finally noticed this chick has a Coke bottle inserted halfway up her ass. If that ain't subliminal advertising. I realized I had a serious cybersex addiction when I started taking Viagra to disable my pop-up blocker. Apparently Viagra put an end to the careers of naturally talented male porn actors, since now any schmuck can do it, but these were the guys born with God-given fucking talent. Hell, I was born with God-given masturbating talent, and it ain't doing shit for my career either. Almost worse than losing your job is the whole hiring process. Of course, they always ask why you're no longer working for your previous employer, to which I always reply artistic differences. So the job happened to be ambulance driver, and I just happened to prefer taking the scenic route a few too many times. Of the dozen or so patients who never made it to the hospital, none of them ever complained. But now my mother's constantly calling and badgering me why I never get past the interview process. She finally gives me no alternative but to start bringing her with me into job interviews, which to my surprise actually turned out to be a strategic move. Not because it gives me a snowball's chance in hell of being hired, but now when they don't hire me, my mother calls and badgers the hell out of them. But at least I'm learning from my job interview mistakes. Like now, when I'm being interviewed, I no longer ask if there's drug testing. At least not as my first question. And despite not having a job, I still can't wait till Friday, or as my roommate calls it, shower day. If cleanliness really is next to godliness, our home is one home where, thank God it's Friday, really hits home. The Kabbalah Center sells its own bottled water believed to have divine powers. Now, if they really want people to believe their water has divine powers, shouldn't they give you a Kabbalah bomb to go along with that water? I'm not really into any organized religion myself, though I was actually born Jewish, but only on my parents' side. In fact, I always thought Rosh Hashanah was a DJ mix of Rush and Shana Na. There was an old man who was arrested at a playground for merely asking mothers if it's okay for him to play Tickle Monster with their children. Coincidentally, I've always had a little game where I'll ask children if it's okay for me to play Tickle Monster with their mothers. I have a feisty 98-year-old grandmother, and when I was shopping for her birthday gift at the Hustler store, I came across this fine film called Hairy Hippie Chicks. Now, according to the cover, I would have called it Hunting in the High Bush. And if that's a growing fetish, you know it's just a matter of time before the Chia Pet people jump all over that shit. Call me simple, but I've never had any kind of sexual obsessive compulsive fetish whatsoever. So long as it's naturally in the shape of a perfectly proportioned, upside-down isosceles triangle, I'm a happy camper. In the low bush. Unlike the guy who was arrested at a car wash for having sex with one of the car vacuums. I'll assume it was the foxiest vacuum there, since I'm guessing personality wasn't a factor. But the real issue here is the risk of unprotected sex. Because he wasn't even wearing a condom when he fucked that car vacuum, not only was it like he had unprotected sex with everyone else who ever fucked that car vacuum, but with every single other appliance, each and every one of them fucked as well. So Farrah Fawcett left Ryan O'Neal out of her will, but she left me out of her will also. And I not only had sex with her first, but a lot more times than he did. I have the calluses to prove it. And this stupid twat who claims to have fallen asleep while getting her face tattooed with what she says was only supposed to be 3 stars, but wakes up with 56 instead. So she attempts to sue the tattoo artist, but the case is immediately thrown out of court upon discovering she tried to pull the same shit on the poor bastard who performed her 56 vaginal piercings.
Give it up for Uncle Schmekel. Next up on the music side, please.